Germany has just warned Russia, you cannot defeat NATO. A strong statement from the German Chief of Defense, General Carsten Breuer, reminding Moscow that any idea of defeating the alliance would be a grave miscalculation. And the timing of this warning isn't accidental. After nearly 3 years of war in Ukraine, Russia has struggled to fully conquer a single neighboring country, even when Ukraine stands alone, armed mostly with Western support. Now imagine what happens if NATO, with all its combined military power, logistics, air dominance, and intelligence systems, were to unite directly in a conflict. That's not one country. That's 31 nations, including the United States, the United Kingdom, France, Germany, and Canada. Together, they represent more than half of the world's total military spending. NATO forces have thousands of fighter jets, aircraft carriers, and nuclear submarines on standby. Russia's economy, already strained by sanctions and an expensive war, simply cannot keep pace with that scale of power. General Breuer's message was clear. Russia must never come to the assumption that it can win a war against NATO or even one member of the alliance, because NATO's strength isn't only in weapons, it's in coordination. Every strike, every move, and every inch of the battlefield would be backed by collective intelligence, technology, and overwhelming response. Russia has faced difficulty maintaining supplies and manpower against a single opponent, Ukraine. How much more when facing the full force of the most advanced military coalition in human history? And yes, nuclear weapons were also part of the discussion. The German generals stressed that a nuclear war cannot be won, and therefore it must never be fought. It's a reminder to both sides that once nuclear weapons enter the equation, there are no victors, only destruction. Even the smallest nuclear exchange would destroy millions of lives and destabilize the entire planet. Germany's tone reflects growing concern across Europe that Russia may eventually test NATO's resolve, but at the same time, it's a message of deterrence. Don't even think about it, because NATO isn't Ukraine. It's a global military shield, and if ever provoked, it would respond with precision, unity, and unstoppable force. In other words, Russia may have strength, but NATO has power, and power, when united, doesn't bluff.